Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show.
Here's Yo Daddy.
I really like the sound of a shaker. Well, I like the sound of a full shaker. Anyway, somebody wrote and asked me about this shaker glass, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's got this, I don't know where we at, right here? It's got this little thing, and it's squeaking, but it has an arrow, and then you put it in, like, if you want a certain drink, then it gives you the recipe on how to make the drink. So you turn it, you want a Tom Collins, bum, 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 tells you all the recipes, or all the ingredients that you need to put in there. It's really, really cool. It's all the way around. So anyway, that's what that is. Okay, so I've been yelled at many, many times about not mentioning this, so I'm going to mention it. Please, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and then whenever we put out a new video, we try to upload a video a week. Make sure that you subscribe and make sure you hit the bell and you do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. Is that all, Tyrone? Hit the bell and subscribe, and that's it. So, and also, if you go to our website, we have an email list on there also that we just discovered. And I think we discovered it yesterday that people have been writing, trying to get on our email list, and we didn't even know we had one. So, in this game. Okay, so there, YouTube, subscribe, click on the bell, or turn on the bell or something like that. Okay, so today's show is going to be a really cool show. We have a comedian on the show today. Her name's Alli, and she's really, really funny, and I think you're really going to like her. We have a couple other things that we're going to do also. We're going to talk to one of our crew members. I like to let you guys know everything that goes on here behind the scenes. A lot of people think, oh, you just turn on a camera. You just turn on the camera and that's it, you know, and the beat goes on. No, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So every once in a while, I'd like to bring one of the crew up and talk to them and let you guys know, you know, what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it, you know, what possessed them to want to work with me. So, anyway, so today is going to be a little guy named Southern Longoria, and he's one of our cameramen, and you're going to get to meet him a little bit later on in the show. The first thing that I wanted to talk to you, or the second thing I want to talk to you guys about, was a shooting that happened in Florida. I know everybody's talking about it, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, and people seem to get upset when somebody says our thoughts and prayers are with you. But there's a lot of us that don't, you know, we don't have much more to give you than our thoughts and our prayers. Some of us only have prayers. So, and that's more than anything else, in my opinion, anyway. So, for the people in Florida, you know, yesterday I was having a discussion with somebody about, you know, oh, well, we need to get rid of the guns, and we need to control this, and we need to control that, and I understand that. I understand when something like this happens that people get very passionate about what's going on and about guns and stuff like that. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing to have gun control? There's a lot of countries out there that have gun control, and for the majority of them, it's not working. They tell you that it's working, but if you talk to the citizens that are actually living it, it's not working. So do I know this? Do I not know this? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read. So if, you know, and I try to read a bunch of different things, you know. In Norway, it seems to be working. Of course, I haven't talked to any of the citizens in Norway either. So, but should there be gun control? I don't know. the Second Amendment says that there shouldn't be. I think they knew what they were doing when they were writing the gun control thing. We do have a clip that we're going to show you a little bit later on about this woman, and we've shown this clip before, and I just think it's a really powerful clip from a survivor that was in the middle of a mass shooting. And she shares a lot of stuff with us that, and she wasn't doing it right after the shooting. She did it, months and months later. And I actually asked Tyrone to see if he could find her, and we could bring her into the studio and talk to her. So we're going to try to bring her into Austin and talk to her so that you guys can find out firsthand what she went through and how she handled it and how she's handling it. But you're going to see a really cool clip, and if you haven't seen it before, you need to stay tuned to watch that. It's going to be up pretty soon. This friend of mine that I was talking to yesterday, he said, well, what do you think is causing all these problems with guns, And my opinion is greed is causing all these problems. And you say, well, how can greed be causing these problems? Well, the way greed works is more for me and less for you. Well, when people see that somebody has more, they want their fair share, So if they can't get their fair share, the right way, then they're going to do whatever it is they have to do, to get their fair share. There's been a lot of police officers that have been caught lately adding times or adding hours to their timesheets. And so it's everywhere. It's not just poor people. It's everywhere. There's some cops that are making $250,000 a year. Okay, let me repeat that. $250,000 a year being a patrol officer. Okay, how are they getting it? A lot of them have gotten caught, and so they're stealing. So they're doing whatever it is that they see, that they're making the county a ton of money, so they're getting their fair share. And it's not just cops, it's everybody, people that work at Walmart, people that work at, HEB, people that work here, because people are starving, And so greed, I believe, is the biggest problem that we have, or one of the biggest problems we have in America, because corporations are making tons of money, tons and tons of money, and they're saying that they don't have money to pay us anymore. We can't pay you more than $7.50 an hour or whatever minimum wage is now. We can't pay you more than that. Are you crazy? Oh my God, there's no money. But yet they're buying $150 million yachts. If you go to Morocco once a year, they have yachts down there that are worth almost $1 billion. Almost $1 billion for a yacht. And they're telling us they don't have no money to pay us. And from what I understand, the minimum wage is something like should be, at this point, the minimum wage should be something like 21 and some change. And it's not. It's $7.25 or $7.50 or something like that an hour. And so I think, I believe that it all starts with the greed. And if we can try or start to get rid of that greed, how do we do that? I don't know. I'm not a lawmaker. I don't know how to do that. But I think if you can get rid of the greed, then you get rid of people being so hungry. A long time ago, we didn't have problems like this. Dude, I remember kids taking their guns in the back of their truck. We used to have gun racks in the back of their truck, and we'd take our rifles and shotguns, and we'd keep them in the back, window of the truck. And we took them to school, And then people say, well, what are you talking about? Well, it used to be that one parent, could go to work, and that'd be enough money, for the family. So they could have money to go to trips, to go, here, go there during the summer. Dude, when was the last time you were able to take a trip with your family? And yet your boss, the owner of the company you work for, they have a $58 million condo. I think the Walmart people, they've got, 35,000 acres in East Texas. what do you need 35,000 acres? I know, it's greed. It's greed. So anyway, another thing that I'm thinking is video games. You know, we talk about video games, oh, they're violent, Dude, they're teaching kids, you know, and if you buy those games for them or you allow them to play them, then you're just, you know, you're not helping the situation. So if your kids are there playing video games where they're shooting and killing people and then the people disappear and then there are more people show up, you know, they're just being conditioned to get ready for for war, you know. A lot of people don't understand that, dude, we're like, and I don't even know how many countries we're in fighting. I think it's 16 different countries. Did you know that? No, I didn't know that. So, you know, we just got to wake up a little bit and figure out what's going on. Now, the one of the things I wanted to bring up, and this has nothing to do with the show, but it's a really cool movie that I saw yesterday. Whenever things start getting hectic for me, and it doesn't take much, you know, for me to get, you know, like if I'm out of Crown Royal, you know. So I like to go to the movies. And yesterday I went to see a movie called Coco. And Coco is about a little boy who passes over. You know, in Mexico they have a celebration called Dia de los Muertos, which I didn't know. You know, growing up I really didn't know a whole bunch about it. But I learned a lot from this movie. So if you have, if you have a kid, little monster, or if you just want to go and enjoy a good movie, try to see it in 3D. It's showing in Round Rock Movies 8 in Round Rock right now in 3D, and it's like $4 for a ticket or something like that, $4 and a quarter or something like that, and just go and enjoy a really cool movie. It just talks so much about how we shouldn't forget people and how we shouldn't forget the people that have passed on. You know, so again, I know that it sounds like I'm rambling on, and I don't mean to, but I just wanted you guys to know that I believe greed is the biggest problem, because I feel that if we all shared the way the Native Americans used to, of course you had your bad apples, just, you know, like we have now, but you know, the Native Americans, they got along, dude, and if there was a problem, they sat down and they smoked it out, you know, and I always tell these people when they mention this to me, when I bring up marijuana, you know, your God put that plant here, you know? So just like he put basil and just like he put everything else, he put that plant here for a reason. So, and then it comes to turn out that it's really, really good for you. Now, you don't want to talk to Jeff Sessions about that because, you know, there's some people that just don't get it, you know, and they don't want to get it. So you can't convince them. You can show them all the proof, and they still, you know, they're still not getting it. So, all right. So that's pretty much all I have. But you got to go see this movie, Coco. I know it's been out for a long time, but I'm cheap, so I like to go to the discount movies, and I usually try to invite friends to go with me also. So, so if you get a chance, it's called Coco, and it's shown at Movies 8 in Round Rock. And no, they're not paying me to say it. But it's a really, really cool. It's a really, really cool movie. It's like anime, and I'm not a real big anime guy, but if it's in 3D, dude, I'll go watch it. You know, I don't care what it is. I'm gonna go see the Justice League, even though everybody tells me don't see it, don't watch it, it's not worth it. I'm gonna go watch it anyway. So, so that's about it. That's about all I have for the intro of the show. We're going to have a more to come little post for you that's going to take about a minute. So if you have anything to do, take a sip, take a rip, take a puff, whatever it is you're going to do, now's the time to do it. And we're going to be back in just 1 minute. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
make sure that you understand I'm not here representing the NRA. I'm not even a member. Okay? Secondly, I'd like to say that in your opening statements, you commented specifically on my testimony, saying that basically it had nothing to do with this issue. And I had to chuckle because then I noticed you had Mr. Brady up here, who was hit not with an assault weapon but with a .22 caliber revolver. So getting beyond that, I didn't grow up in a house with guns. I don't hunt. I personally abhor hunting. But I was given a gun by a friend when I was 21 to carry in my purse for self-defense, and I was taught how to use it. A couple of years ago, my parents and I went to a cafeteria in Texas on a bright sunny day. We weren't in a dark alley where we weren't supposed to be. And as you all know the story, this madman drove his truck through the window. And he began shooting. Well, immediately, my father and I got down on the floor and put the table up in front of us. And this guy kept shooting. And you're thinking, what could it be? Is it a robbery? That's the first thing that generally comes to mind. And he keeps shooting. It took me a good 45 seconds to realize that this man wasn't there to commit a robbery. He wasn't there for a hit. He was there to simply shoot as many people as he possibly could. Now, I'd like to make something clear. I hear all this talk about how many bullets can go in a clip. I've been there. I can tell you it doesn't matter. It takes 1 second to switch out a clip. You can have 1 bullet or 100 bullets. It doesn't matter, guys. I've been there. He goes, dump, dump, just like that. That's not enough time to rush a man. I promise you. When I finally realized what was occurring, I thought, I got him. And I reached for my purse. He was maybe 12 feet away. You know, is it possible my gun could have jammed? Sure. Is it possible I could have missed? Sure. But I can tell you I've hit much smaller targets at much greater distances. But then I realized that a couple of months earlier I had made the stupidest decision of my life. I took my gun out of my purse and left it in my car. Because as you well know, in the state of Texas, it's sometimes a felony offense to carry a gun in your purse. I can tell you that I'm not mad at the guy that did this. As he continued, it was obvious that he was a madman. My father, at that point, said, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. He's going to kill everybody in here, and he rushed the man. No way. This guy turned, shot him in the chest. He went down, was obviously mortally wounded. For whatever reason, that made the man change directions and go off to my left. Shortly thereafter, someone at the back of the restaurant broke out a window. When I saw what looked like an opportunity to escape, I turned around and I grabbed my mother by the shirt and I said, come on, we've got to run, we've got to get out of here. And then my feet grew wings and I was out the back window. As soon as I got out, I realized that my mother had not followed me out. And as I learned from the police officers, she had crawled over to where my father was and cradled him until the guy got back around to her, put the gun to her head. She looked up at him, put her head down, and he pulled the trigger. My parents had just had their 47th wedding anniversary. She wasn't going anywhere. As I mentioned, I'm not really mad at the guy that did this, and I'm certainly not mad at the guns that did this. They didn't walk in there by themselves and pull their own triggers. The guy that did it was a lunatic. That's like being mad at a rabid dog. I'm mad at my legislators for legislating me out of the right to protect myself and my family. I would much rather be sitting in jail with a felony offense on my head and have my parents alive. As far as these so-called assault weapons, you say that they don't have any defense use. You tell that to the guy that I saw on a videotape of the LA riots, standing up on his rooftop, protecting his property and his life from an entire mob with one of these so-called assault weapons. Tell me that he didn't have a legitimate self-defense use. Just one final statement. I've been sitting here getting more and more fed up with all of this talk about these pieces of machinery having no legitimate sporting purpose, no legitimate hunting purpose. People That is not the point of the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is not about duck hunting. And I know I'm not going to make very many friends saying this, but it's about our right, all of our rights, to be able to protect ourselves from all of you guys up there.
Hey kids, you're back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We told you we we're going to have somebody funny for you. Here she is, Alli Marrie. Take it away, Alli.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight? You having fun? How about the folks at home? You like the show? Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. It means so much to me. Thank you for supporting local television, local artists. It helps a lot because I've been kind of like freaking out today. Like, I have to talk on live TV to people. Like, the live TV part's fine, but talking to people, really? I mean, seriously, like, do you guys ever get nervous when you have to be in social situations? Like, do you ever get anxiety? A little bit? Yeah, I feel that all the time. Like, my whole life. If there's like an event or I have to speak up in class or there's like a shindig of any variety, I'm like, hard pass. Shut it down. Like, talking to people has been so intimidating. And I think the reason why is because I'm so high maintenance. Like, it takes so much for me to feel comfortable, like, anywhere. Like, I need so much stuff with me in order to have a conversation. I have really bad allergies. Do you guys have bad allergies? Like the cedar right now? It sucks, right? So I have such bad allergies that everywhere I go, I'm like itchy and sneezy and grumpy. I'm all of the 7 dwarfs all at once, all the time. And so I've got to have my Kleenex with me, my Flonase, a little aromatherapy oils, make sure I'm feeling my best. I also, because I'm so allergic to everything, my skin breaks out. So I've got itchy eyes. I'm like all the time. I don't want people to see my apocalyptic dark circles. I don't want people to think that I'm like a member of Fight Club. So I've got to carry concealer with me. I've got to have makeup with me all the time. I also have a high metabolism, so I have to eat all the time, like every few hours. So I take snacks with me. And no, I'm not talking like cardboard granola bars or those lady Doritos. Like, what is that? Seriously. No. I take a family-size bag of extra crunchy Cheetos with extra bonus packs of the cheese powder. Just in case. Because you never know. You really don't. So I've got to have all this stuff with me all the time. And my whole life, I'd carry it with me like luggage. I'd put it in my backpack at school, and it'd be so heavy that the weight of the bag, when I'd bend over to get something, the bag would like fall over my head, and I'd fall down the stairs, and it'd be like an avalanche of Kleenex and Cheetos all over everywhere. It's a lot. And because I had so much stuff with me, I had the beauty bar, the snack counter, the pharmacy. I'm basically the walking Walgreens. And it takes a lot to restock. Every night I do inventory. I've got a 10-page list of all the crap I need to put in my bag, and it takes time, a lot of time. So when someone, in the unlikely event, someone would be like, hey, why don't you come over tonight? Why don't you hang out with us? Come drop by. My response to that would be, oh, no. No, see, you don't get it, okay? I'm the walking Walgreens. I'm at the corner of Happy, and hell no, I can't just drop by. I can't just come over. I have another 5 pages of inventory to do before I come over, and I can't handle that. Just can't do it. I cannot be spontaneous without proper planning. I'm like on edge all the time. I didn't really realize that I had a problem until I was in college. There's this one defining moment that I was like, might need to work on a couple things. Do you mind if I share it with you?
No.
Okay. So I was in theater class, and the professor was describing the different character types, how their mannerisms and physicalities help express their point of view, their role in the story. So the professor says, everyone, for example, take a look at Chuck. Chuck was slouched in his chair, man-spreading all over everywhere. His arms are flopped down by his sides. None of his muscles are engaged at all. And he's sort of like this Gumby Jello superhero of like defying gravity by not sitting in his chair and not falling out of it at the same time. It's incredible. So take note of Chuck. Then the professor is like, everyone, now take a look at Alli. I'm not exaggerating. My legs are crossed. My arms are crossed. I'm hunched over Gollum style. And I'm death gripping my textbook like it's the last earthly possession after the apocalypse. Like I don't have anything else left but my nail beds embedded into this book. And so I'm here, and everyone turns their head at me, and in this panic twitch attack I'm having, I realize I don't have just a few issues. I have the whole subscription. I have things to sort through. So I did some soul searching. I thought I need to branch out. I need to go have those conversations with people. So I went and I talked to strangers. I had those awkward conversations, and I stumbled through them, and it sucked. But I started branching out. I hired a life coach. That's going well. I joined a women's group, a women's organization. And they were so welcoming to me. Like this group of strong, empowering women, bunch of professionals, entrepreneurs, coming together to support each other, guide each other. It was really cool. And I felt like I finally found a place where I can bring all my Walgreens Cheeto crap and they'll like embrace me. It's okay to have 12 boxes of Kleenex in my backpack. They get it. So the only problem is I inadvertently signed up to be a pirate. Like I am now in a pirate crew. These women are a bunch of scallywags. All they talk about are the seas. The high seas are their true love. Communication, collaboration, connection, community, camaraderie, creativity, confidence. Seas are everything. And the boats. Those big, giant boats. The leadership, the mentorship, the bipartisanship. I don't know what they mean, but I'm on those ships all day. Good ships. I don't know if it's right for everyone to be a pirate, because you got to watch yourself. These women don't play, all right? You got to own the pirate code. You got to abide by it, because if you cross them, you will be sorry. All right? Hell hath no fury like a parliamentarian scorned. Just saying. She's watching you. She knows. But I love it. I love being a pirate. It's super cool. I get to do new things, meet new people. Good times, good times. There's only one thing that I advise to anyone who wants to be a pirate, to get involved with people who are in the community, making an impact, you know, just trying to help out. Understand that it's one big subtraction problem. Everyone is just trying to make a difference. That's it. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you guys so much.
I hope you enjoyed Allie's performance. I've decided to go ahead and let you guys know a little bit about Alli. And so we've asked her to stay and talk to us a little bit about her and what she's doing in her life and stuff like that. So let's find out who Alli is. Ladies and gentlemen, ta-da! Alli
Hello.
Marrie. Nice to meet you
Great
again.
to meet you. Thank you for having me on the show.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for coming. So where are you from, Alli?
I grew up in Missouri, and I went to school in North Carolina, but I want to say I'm from Austin.
Okay.
Like, I love this place the most.
I know, I do too.
So cool.
So you were born in Missouri?
I was actually born in Oklahoma, but I only lived there for like a year, so
Okay.
that doesn't count.
Okay. Well, Oklahoma, Cole, I have a friend who's an OU fan, and so he doesn't count. So anyway, mostly because he's an OU fan. But and then you moved to Missouri?
Yes.
Your family moved to Missouri?
Yeah.
And you got to say it right. You got to say Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah, there you go. You
I
gotta say
just say misery. but
Missouri. Missouri. That's good.
Yeah.
And so how long did you live in Missouri?
I was about 12, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about 12. And then you moved where after that?
To North Carolina, yeah.
And where in North Carolina?
High Point.
High Point, North. Where's that?
Furniture Market, capital of the world.
Where's that near?
Charlotte, Greensboro
Okay.
area. yeah.
Okay. In Missouri, what town did you live in Missouri?
Joplin, Missouri.
Oh, Joplin. I think I've been in jail there. Joplin, yeah.
That's about all you can do there.
Yeah. They have good food, though, I'll tell you that. They have good food. But so, and then you moved to Austin. How old were you when you moved to Austin?
22.
Oh, okay. So you moved here as an adult.
Yes.
And what did you do in Austin when you moved to Austin?
I came here for the film industry, actually.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be an actor, and I love the indie film industry, but they cut the incentives, so
Yeah.
there's not as much work. But I love just creating art with other people. It's
Wow.
fun. Yeah.
And first of all, I've always wondered, and I actually know the answer, but I know there's a lot of people out there who don't know this answer. So we're kind of an educational show also. You said instead of saying an actress, you said an actor.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you say actor instead of actress? Because I would think if you said actor, you'd think it's a guy, right? So why would you say actor instead of actress?
Well, in case you picked up in my set, I'm a feminist. Go female empowerment. And so I think to say that an actress and an actor is something different would be to call out the fact that I'm a female.
Okay.
And there's no need to do that. I mean,
Okay.
you can see that, and just to call attention to it doesn't matter what gender you are,
Okay.
you like to act.
So, but if you could, like, if they said, "Hey, Allie, we need you to do this. We need you to play this part, but you have to be a guy," you know. Well, you could be a guy. You know, they could do makeup and stuff like that, and make you a guy. So that's what I thought. You know, when they said, "Well, I'm an actor," when a woman would say it, that's what I thought they meant. But that's pretty cool. Okay, so what have you? So you've worked in films in Austin?
Yes.
Okay, and how, what kind of films have you worked on? I know you you hear this a lot. I know. Welcome to my world. But okay, so what have you been in, or what have you been in that I know?
I was in Closer to Bottom. It was a good movie. I've also done some little small parts here and there, Turtles and Pigeons. Lately, I've actually been doing a lot of live interactive theater, and it's
Nice.
actually what I love the best. I
Yeah.
found I like it to have that audience. With
Okay.
film, it's just the cameras.
Right, right.
But with
right.
theater, it's so cool. I do murder mystery theater.
Nice.
I've done Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
I get to do sword fighting and combat. I also
Wow.
do stunts. So that's kind of where I'm moving to now,
Okay.
is
Okay.
live action stuff.
Nice, nice. Well, I used to do a lot of theater work, and then I got into films and stuff like that. So you got any cool people that you've worked with, like celebrities that you've worked with that you can tell us about?
I haven't really worked with like big celebrities,
Yeah.
but I love Alli Houston. She's cool.
Nice.
Brian Villalobos, Brittany Fleury. I love the crew.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to my girl Dana Rasmussen.
Nice.
Emily.
Oh, I know Dana.
Yeah, she's cool, huh?
Yeah, I kissed Dana. Dana, I hope your husband's watching. But I kissed Dana in a movie that I did. And the guy, I got to tell this story real quick. There was this guy, he was the cameraman. Now, I'm a big advocate for smoking certain things. And he showed up. Well, you're not supposed to do that before you go to work, so he did. And I ended up having to help him focus the camera in between shots because he was so messed up he couldn't focus the camera. But she was there, and I think I kissed her in one scene. I did the scene where I, dipped her, and I think it was her. I think it's a different Dana. Dana, I'm sorry if you're married, your husband, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it was you. But anyway, so yeah, she's a good kisser, by the way, husband. She's a good kisser. I hope you don't have any guns. But anyway, no, she's really, really nice, really, really nice girl. If we're talking about the same Dana, but anyway, so do you have any kids?
I do not.
You do not have any kids?
No.
Don't have kids, dude.
I'm not
Don't
planning
do it.
on
Don't
it.
do it. And if you have a kid right now, go drop them off at the fire department. They'll take care of them. Okay, they'll raise them for you. So, dude, it costs $250,000 to raise a kid from birth to 18. Okay, and that's if they don't get in trouble with the law. $250,000, dude. Imagine what you could do with $250,000. You could go all over the world. You could buy yourself a Ferrari. You know, dude, it's not worth it. I'm telling you. No, I love kids. I'm just kidding. But dude, God, man, they're a lot of work. All right. So, what have you got planned for the future here in Austin?
I'm also a comedic rapper,
Uh-huh.
Lil Bree Bree. I am recording my second album.
Okay. A comedic rapper. I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Have you heard of Angela Johnson, Bon Qui Qui, or like The Lonely Island?
Yeah.
Like Weird Al type
Yeah, yeah.
stuff, yeah. So I'm recording that.
Awesome.
I'm working on developing like a workshop around it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm seeing what else is out there. I've got more murder mystery shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a website?
I do.
Okay. And what's your website in case people want to look you up?
ALLIMARRIE.wix.com.
Okay.
And I also want to give a shout out. I also have a marketing business,
Okay.
alliblotter.com.
Okay. And what is that?
So I'm a content creator. So
Okay.
in addition to acting, I also write copy. I make
Okay.
animated videos. And so I
Oh,
love helping
nice.
out entrepreneurs express themselves through
Nice.
digital content.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Did you see the movie Coco?
I didn't. That sounds awesome, though.
Dude,
I want
you'll
to watch
love
it.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not kidding. You need to go see this movie. I'm kind of stoked that I waited so long to see it till it got to the discount theater because it's such a cool movie. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it like 98 or something like that.
Wow.
So it was ridiculous. I mean, really, really good rating. So you got to go see it, especially if you like anime. You got to go see that movie. It's so cool. It's got a really, really good message also. So, okay, so you live in Austin. You're not going to go nowhere. This is it. You're staying with us.
Yes, I want to travel. I want to see the world
Yeah.
off the $250,000. But yeah, I like Austin.
Yeah.
I love everyone's so creative, so collaborative. It's my jam.
Nice, nice. Well, we're glad that you came and performed for us. Is this something? I mean, were you always a comedian when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You were? Okay. All right.
Yeah. When I was little, I would get on the fireplace mantle and I called myself Fuchsia Chameau and Motel.
Yeah.
Those were my names. And I'd sing and dance for my family and make them laugh. So
Yeah.
it's been my thing.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So, and your family, when you were growing up, did they go, she's nuts, we need to get her medication, you know,
They're like, as long as you can have a job and make money,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Awesome, awesome. And your mom and dad, is your mom funny or is your dad funny or?
My mom's funny.
Yeah.
My dad's funny looking.
Oh, okay.
No, they're both awesome. My dad has a really dry sense of humor, and I think I get
Dad,
most
I can
of
help
it.
you with that, Dad. I can help you. Come on over. I'll help you with that. So what do you mean by dry sense of humor?
Just really raw, like high comedy, really just, and comedy is serious stuff.
Right, right.
And that's what I learned from him, is don't make it a joke.
Okay. Well, dude, I am so glad that you came and performed for us. We don't normally have a studio audience because there's nobody to watch them, you know, and they do some crazy stuff. Nobody was watching you guys today, but the last time we had a studio audience, I don't remember who it was that was performing, but it was insane. But they traveled with alcohol, I'll just tell you that. All right, so we'll just... Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And when you get your next album out, please come and tell us about it, or contact Tyrone and tell him about it, and maybe we can have you back on the show.
Yeah,
Because you did an
absolutely.
awesome job. You really did.
Thank
And
you.
dude, you're so funny, and you have such a neat personality, and you can see it. You know, people can see it. You know, it's like. There's certain comedians that are out there, and you know, you know, and but you can tell they're jerks, you know,
Yeah.
when the camera shuts off. But you can, I mean, she was real nice to me. And she walked in the studio or in the station, and I said, are you the stripper we ordered? You know, because it was Eddie's birthday. Eddie's one of the producers on the show that's on here just before us. And today is his 77th birthday. So happy birthday, Eddie. So thank you so much, Eddie, for sharing the cheesecake and the chocolate cake, too. And to Larry, too. So, all right, kids. We got more to come. I don't know what you call those things. Poster, I guess. And then we'll be right back. So stay tuned.
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. But can you hear me? I would love to hear you for just one day. One day. Just one day. One day. But no, I come home every day from a long, exhausting day of work. And I come walking through the door with a big smile on my face, when in reality, my shoulders are so tense and so nervous, and I have so much pain in my heart and in my mind. And you never, ever smile at me? What am I supposed to think? I love you, but if you don't love me, then this relationship cannot work. I'm through. I'm through with you. Over and over again. I can't do anymore. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, cool.
Hey kids, we're back. Today, we are going to introduce you to one of our crew members. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, I'd like to introduce you guys to our crew so that you know that we're not doing this by ourselves. We have guys that are showing up because they love to do this and they love to create. And so that's why they're here. So I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Southern Longoria. Ta-da! There you go. Nice to have you on the set. Now,
Thank you.
or nice to have you on the chair, on the hot chair.
Good to meet
So,
you.
Southern, where are you from? First of all, let's find out where you're from. Where were you
I was
born?
born and raised here in Austin.
What? You're
I
from
know.
Austin?
Yeah. Yes, I love it here.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were born and raised here.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, you have some cool parents.
Thank you.
Mom and dad. Your mom's name is Sarah, right?
Yes.
And dad's name is what?
Jesus.
Jesus. Holy
Hello.
crap. Dude, you want to hear something really weird? You're not going to believe this. I didn't know this, folks, until right now. My dad's name was Jesus, and my mom's name was Sarah.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Dude. That's pretty cool. See, we're probably related.
Yes, we must
Yeah,
be.
Yeah. You do look a lot like me, don't you? See, can you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been here your whole life, and
Yeah.
where did you go to school?
High school?
Yeah.
The Fine Arts Academy at McCallum.
Okay, in McCallum High School?
McCallum High School.
Nice. And what did you study there?
I was a vocal major.
Okay, all right. And how did that go?
It went well.
Okay. So, I mean, have you done anything with that? Have you done any voiceover or anything like that?
No,
Or what kind of?
I sing.
Oh, you sing.
Yeah.
Tyrone, I didn't know he sang. So, what do you sing?
I can sing anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to do something a cappella? Do you have something that you could do for us? I know he's glaring at me, folks. He's glaring at me. So,
I mean, I can do a little, the first part of Amazing Grace for you.
all right, do that. Can you do it sitting down, or do you need to
Yeah,
stand
no,
up?
I can just sit down.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time. Hold on. We're going to bring you a mic, from what I understand.
Oh, okay, a
And
mic.
I didn't know you sang at all. See, I don't know enough about you. That's
I
what it
guess
is.
not.
Oh man, I got to work on that. Okay, so tell me about mom and dad. What does your dad do?
He is a retired, well, he was in Vietnam, Desert Storm, and activist for 9/11.
Nice.
Before he went
Thank
for
you
the
for your
state.
service, young man.
Yes.
All right. And
My mom is a social worker.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No wonder she's so nice. She's really, really nice lady. I've met her a couple of times, and the only reason, and she's going to hate me for this, but the only reason I remembered your name was because you have the same name as my mom. But I didn't know your husband's name was the same as my dad. Okay, so now you've been working with us for how long now?
A couple of months now.
Couple of months?
Yeah.
I think it's been longer than that. Hasn't it been longer than that?
Last
Since
count.
December. So December, since Halloween. You've
Halloween,
been
yes,
here.
a Halloween
That's right.
episode.
That's right.
Yes.
So you've been here October, November, December, January, February, almost 6 months.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to switch up your medication, okay? Because 6 months is not 2 months, okay? So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, we have the mic now, and
it hot?
are we good on the mic, Tyrone? Okay. Do you want to say something on it? Folks, we didn't plan this at all. So he's going to sing a little Amazing Grace. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Whenever you're ready.
Then. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Wow, dude, that was awesome.
Thank
That
you.
was awesome. That was awesome, dude. Wow, I didn't know you sang. Here, let's put that down here. Yeah, I didn't know you sang.
Yeah.
So, what's like is that your favorite song to sing?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay. And do you play any instruments?
No.
Okay. And do you drive?
No.
And why don't you drive?
I have road rage.
Okay. You have what?
Road rage.
You have road rage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is it really bad? So you can't stay calm?
I try.
You try and it doesn't work
try.
out?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So have you road rage? You know, I've never heard anybody say I don't drive because I have road rage. But I have a really, really good friend named Jerry. Hi, Jerry. And he has a road rage problem. He followed somebody one time, following this road rage. He followed some time, and the guy shot at him. And so then Jerry sat back and he thought to himself, maybe I shouldn't be following people, so much. Maybe I should just maybe I should control this road rage. So to this day, I am happy to inform you guys that he hasn't given up. He's still got road rage. But, okay, so tell me a little bit more about Mr. Southern.
Well,
Any brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Only child? Oh, man, you're spoiled rotten. I was wondering what that smell was. You're spoiled, aren't you? They spoiled
Yes.
you. Oh, well, you need to say, where are we on? One? Can we get Southern? Tell Mom and Dad, thank you so much for spoiling me rotten.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for spoiling me rotten.
His poor dad would sit out in the parking lot
Oh, God.
and wait for him while he's here. You know, sometimes, not always, but dude, he's such a cool guy. I actually don't think I've met him yet, have I? I haven't met your dad
No.
yet? Yeah, I haven't met him yet.
No, because
So-
he's always out there.
Yeah, he's always out in the parking lot. So, but okay, so no
Later.
brothers and sisters,
No.
so you got the run of the house, dude.
Yes.
And you can go, Ma, make me a sandwich, Ma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when's Ma's birthday?
March 21st. And my dad's is in 2 weeks. But I just want to say,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
love working here.
Oh, nice.
I
Thank you.
love
Thank you.
everybody who works here.
Nice.
You are a wonderful host.
Oh, well,
Tyrone
thank
is
you.
great.
Thank you.
I love the passion,
Yeah.
the talent everybody has. You guys are the reason why I work here. And so are you, Ellie, because you're talented. You're phenomenal.
And here, go ahead and buy yourself something. Here you go. No, I'm just kidding. No, we did not pay him to say that. He just said it on his own.
I just said it, 'cause
So-
it's true.
So I want to thank everybody that came by today. Alli, thank you so much for sharing your talent with us. Thank you, Southern, for being here with us. And you're always here. You're always here to help. And I really, really do appreciate that. And this is my way of showing you. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Viva Mexico!
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show.
Here's your daddy.